Welcome. Welcome to the President's office.
Awesome.
Come in.
Wow, this is beautiful.
I will be your tour guide today. The office is decorated different than when I was here for 8 years before. And the reason is that I took all of the things that were on the walls and moved them into my president's office. Not my president's office, my faculty office in Malachowski Hall. Moved them out of the president's office. So I have an office over there today because I was teaching electrical engineering last semester, and all my family pictures and mementos are over there. But there were things that I had stored away that I put up, and I'll show them to you. Shall I do that?
Yes, of course.
We will start with the first one. We did exactly 10 years ago, in April 1st, 2015. And I love the headline. It was the coach of the football team then was Coach McElwain, and he's brand new. I was brand new. My first semester, I just started a few months before, and we announced that we were going to switch jobs. And the alligator played it straight. So their headline was, Fox takes the field, McElwain takes pay cut, which I love.
Wow, that's awesome.
In that same week, as you can see, Jimmy Carter visited. That was cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Mrs. Carter was actually supposed to speak, and she became ill. This is 10 years ago. And so President Carter said, well, is it okay if I come instead? We said, oh, okay.
It's like, all right, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
It was
That's
cool.
so fun.
Yeah.
What did all the players and did you guys just have a photo shoot for that, or were you
We
actually
had videos.
full video?
You can Google the
We should
videos.
check them out.
There's some great
sure.
ones. Yeah, there's some great ones. We've done, I think we did April Fool's pranks every year except for 2 years. And there were things that happened in those 2 years, like COVID and others, that we decided not to do one.
Yep.
So over here, these are just things that we had stored away. The athletics gave me this when we first were ranked in the top 10
Wow.
a number of years ago. Photo with my wife and I with the band at homecoming.
Aw.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that photo. Yeah.
It still shocks me how the band can play in such heat and still be.
Isn't that amazing?
It's the most amazing part.
Homecoming weekend, you know, they march in the parade. They go to events like this, and then they have a football game.
Yeah, they're also
and Gator Growl, everything.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We're also
Yeah.
carrying the heaviest instruments, and
Yeah.
I can't even
Yeah.
believe it. So.
So here, you know what? Those are 16 photos. Can you take a guess why there's 16? Exactly. Yeah. So each college is represented up there. That reminds me of why we're here. That represents all the majors, all the students, everybody that's either a student or a faculty member is likely in one of those colleges. This is a photo. You know, we also have extension agents in every county. No matter what county in the state of Florida, there's an office, a building there. And some of them also have research stations associated with IFAS. All the extension agents, hundreds of them, gave me a photo of themselves when I left 2 years ago. So there they are, and they got signed. Now, this one, you have to get a picture of this to see what this is. So you probably won't be able to guess. So I was asked by someone that was interviewing me my last week at the university when I left as president 2 years ago, what it is that I would miss the most. And they thought I was going to say, oh, the people of the university or your colleagues or the students. And instead I said, it's the private bathroom, which is behind that door. Private bathroom.
That's quite a
Okay. So I received a gift. And they said, okay, we're giving you a porta potty, and you can put it outside in Malachowski Hall, and it'll be your private bathroom.
That is so funny. Is it there? Is there a porta potty?
No, there isn't.
That's a joke.
They didn't give it to me, but they gave me a poster.
Oh god, I got it.
But you know, when you turn 70, you'll learn someday. You miss the private bathroom. So, and indeed it is here. You all want to see the private bathroom?
Yes.
I think you'll be the only students ever to have seen the private bathroom.
Wow.
Exclusive.
Think like 1950, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So think like
We might-
so many years ago. Come on in.
Oh my goodness.
This is called the plate room. This is not the bathroom.
We're not there yet.
This is not the
Oh,
bathroom.
yeah.
This is the playroom?
It's called the plate room.
Plate room?
And the president's office will host a lunch here for distinguished visitors. We've had all kinds of people that we've hosted for us. Obviously a small lunch.
This is
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Wow.
And then behind this door, you ready?
I'm so excited.
The private bathroom. Just take a look. We will unveil it. 1950 private bathroom.
Wow,
That
that's
looks
awesome.
just like that looks just like Jennings Hall right there.
Isn't that
Takes it back
amazing?
to the day.
Probably built at the same time.
That's
I've been in
awesome.
the Jennings Hall bathroom because my wife and I had a tradition of, in the first week of classes, to living in Jennings Hall. So
Really?
I have seen the Jennings Hall bathroom.
There you go.
There you go. I think that's the tour. One last thing. This map, that map has a dot where we have at least one building in program.
Wow.
And they're all over the state, 150 or so.
That's awesome.
150 locations
Incredible.
outside of Gainesville. Isn't that amazing?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Outside of Gainesville, which one's your favorite to visit?
Oh, there are amazing ones. I've not been to Key West, but I have a spreadsheet and I've tracked everywhere I've been. Everywhere I've been. It's been about half in 10 years because there are more than 100. You know, I have family down in Homestead. We have a research station and we have extension offices down there. They're all over. It's just amazing. You know, some of them are hospitals. Some of them are extension offices. Some of them are degrees at the graduate level that we offer in Orlando. You know, we're creating a big campus in Jacksonville.
Yep.
It's pretty exciting.
Super exciting.
And I've been out here on the Panhandle to our offices. They're all special. You know, we have the research stations on the coast, on the East Coast, on the West Coast. We're all over.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I always love making the trip from Boca, that's where I'm from, and so I'll drive up and I'll see a bunch of like University of Florida signs and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, exits.
It's exactly.
I look for it on the drive from Orlando.
Yeah, it is neat.
Awesome.
Well, shall we go see some places on campus?
I think we should.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, we're on our
Good.
next location.
So again, I wrote this column in the Alligator about what is a provost, because I was one before I came here. I'm at another university, and it's Provost Joe Glover, who's our provost, and all the deans of the colleges report into the provost. There are other responsibilities, but that's one way to think about it. So he oversees all the colleges, the chief academic officer. And I had a contest, and that was the first person to send me an email with a photo of themselves with the provost could come to the President's Suite at football game, the next football game. And so we had a contest and it went up, you know, I didn't announce it except in the column. And I got all these emails and somebody did show up and take a picture with him.
Love it. I love that.
He was surprised, he was surprised.
That's awesome.
What's your go-to driving song? Like first thing on the aux cord?
Oh my goodness. I unfortunately usually listen to news.
News.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. You gotta stay informed.
That's amazing.
But sometimes sports news,
That's
you know.
good.
What's
We
your
have,
channel?
WRUF, our own sports radio station, which
Yes.
is pretty cool. And
I have some friends in the J school that work on that.
yeah. And any music would be like really old music, you know. Beatles, Jimmy Buffett stuff. And stuff.
You listen to Elton John at all?
Some.
Frank
yeah.
Sinatra?
If I'm in the right mood. If I'm out,
Fair enough. The first
if I had free time, which I will in retirement, I enjoy going sailing.
What's your favorite restaurant on campus? Or not on campus, in Gainesville? Yeah, any recommendations for listeners?
You know, I have a lot of meals, but they are usually ones in which I'm hosting. I don't cook, obviously, but I'm hosting. So the places we host are usually at the Powell University House, which is the old president's house. Yes, we can go by there if you want to. And sometimes at the new president's house, which is the Dasburg House, which is where we're going now. And but those are usually catered often by the campus catering. I don't want to run over any tuition-paying students. I have done, so I'll tell you, I have led 121
Wow.
ceremonies,
Do
121.
you stay for the entirety of
I do.
Wow.
I stay for all of it. So, been to a graduation ceremony for Baby Gator. That's when you graduate from preschool to kindergarten. So I love the fact that there's the big seal right on the gate. I invited my class that I was teaching last semester to the President's Suite for one of the football games. 90 students.
Wow.
And it had already been booked full, but they found space for 90 more. And you can see on the seal of the university motto in Latin. And I told my students in my class, if you could quote to me the university's motto in Latin when you came to the President's Suite, I would give you this F pen that I'm wearing.
Oh.
Wow.
So most of the students did it.
I would do it.
Yeah.
So John and Mary Lou Dasburg donated all the funds for the house. Two of them, in addition to family members, degrees from law, degrees from engineering. Remember where else? I think class. And then they've had family members that have come here. And they've donated funds to all those colleges, but also this house. So we were the first occupants. It was finished 10 years ago. Come on in.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
There's literally birds singing here. It's gorgeous. Wow.
There you go.
I can see how this would be
Great for holidays.
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
It is great. And with our 7 grandchildren that were here for the holidays, they were running up and down the stairs. You know, they're all like older and slow, so it
Oh.
was pretty neat. Show you the president's office, which I used for 8 years. Remember, nobody's living here now, everything's empty.
beautiful.
Yeah,
This is
evenings and many weekends. Yeah, one of the co-captains of one of the national championship teams.
Yeah.
And he lives in town. Some of his children have come to UF.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. But this was commissioned for this house, sorry, Mr. Dubins.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. How many bedrooms are in this house?
Upstairs, there's the primary suite, and then 3 other bedrooms.
Okay.
Yeah. So 4.
And there's a private bathroom.
Not as good.
Not as
good.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Wow. Have you ever swum in it before?
I have not.
Oh.
I've not. Our grandchildren were able to use it.
Oh.
You know, when you're the president's family, it's really difficult to go out in the community and go swimming or doing things.
Do you have a favorite memory in this house?
Oh,
It's when we've had guests or including our own children. That's special, you know, around the holidays and the house gets decorated for the holidays. And that's neat. Yeah.
Perfect.
All of the furniture, all of this was donated by a family called the Koenigs. They own City Furniture, they're Gators. So they donated all the furniture you see here.
Wow.
And just a lot of people donated things from art to the funds for the house. Yeah.
Do you have any close calls with gators at all? Like, have you ever been walking and you've seen one? Like, I get it when I'm here to see a gator on campus all the time. I've seen one not like I haven't seen one on campus.
Definitely around Lake Alice.
I've seen him on campus a lot.
Wow.
When our oldest grandson, who was 10, was here over just these last holidays, he and some other family members, not me, went to Payne's Prairie. And they have this really scary picture of him right next to one of the huge gators.
Oh.
I think it was taken with a telephoto lens, but it scares me
Oh my
as his granddad.
Yes, I would be scared of that
Yeah.
too. Steer clear.
My favorite question is,
It's a pretty good list.
which president has a statue of them, and there's only one, on the University of Florida campus? And not only are they the only one that has a statue here, but they also have a statue of themselves on Florida State's campus, Florida State University.
Wow.
So statue.
I think, and I don't know if I'm incorrect.
Yeah.
But I remember, I thought it was Murphy.
Yeah, it is Murphy.
Yes.
Yeah, if you,
No way.
I mean, if you know which one has it here, it's the same one there.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah,
go.
Murphy.
Yeah.
And the reason is Florida State has a tradition of putting statues of their presidents on campus.
Wow.
And he was Florida State's president before here. So since he had one there, he had to have one here. So,
Of course.
but then they stopped. You have
Wow.
vertigo here.
A little bit, I was about to say. This is incredible. I'm
Wow.
surprised there aren't students doing work.
Yeah, or running the stairs. Maybe it's closed.
Yeah. Running the stadiums will never catch me out.
I've done it, but I did the 9/11 thing with the firefighters.
Wow.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done. My roommate passed out.
Wow.
And where did you like just up these like?
You go up
stuff?
and down the
Wow.
entire thing.
This will never not be.
What time of
incredible.
year?
September 11th.
Oh, it was September 11th.
Wow.
That would still be really hot.
It was
Yeah.
really hot. And we went
Can you
so
imagine?
early to try to beat
Yeah.
the heat, but
Then when the door opens, which is 2 hours before kickoff, I stand, and if Linda's in town and available, she stands there too, and we greet people when they come in.
Wow.
And then we have 2 places over here that are reserved that we can sit. And the advantage of greeting them before is then I don't have to greet everybody again.
Yeah.
But we usually, people will talk. We have a room in the back where we can have meetings. And we invite people that, they may be elected officials, or they could be donors to the university, or people we're working to recruit. Just all kinds of people we'll invite.
that's awesome.
And then there may be other things.
Students.
Yeah,
in some
sometimes,
cases.
sometimes. I got to invite my class.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love
It's
that.
incredible.
And when your class came, I remember how happy they were when they took the photo with you and you came down with them. I mean, that
Yeah.
was wonderful.
Yeah, it was fun.
Do you have a specific memory here during game day that you think back to?
I think my first year, which was in 2015, I remember the game against Florida State. It was here, that
a good
Thanksgiving
one.
break.
Yes.
That Saturday, it was a home game, so 10 years ago.
Wow.
And it was my first year, so they let me be Mr. Two Bits.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
once in a
No way.
lifetime. And so you're out there on the
That's
field.
awesome.
You have to at least I practice
Oh.
to make sure. And you've got these placards, the 2 bits, and that you hold up and then put down on the ground. And I've got it ready. I'm all holding. I'm ready to run out, and it's on television.
Of course.
Of course.
And so I just happened to look down, and I had it upside down.
Oh my
So then I
god.
said,
You're like,
just
no.
before I ran out, so I was so glad I looked.
Oh my
Otherwise,
I feel like I've seen it done upside down a couple times.
I'm sure, because you don't think about it.
Yeah, of course.
I had a friend I worked with, because remember I'd just been here a year,
Right.
and he was on Long Island. He was the dean of engineering at Cornell, and he said I'm home visiting my family, and what are you doing on my TV?
That's awesome. That's amazing.
Do they let you keep the tie?
No, you have to bring your own.
Oh.
I had to bring mine.
Tie,
Yeah,
wow.
I had to bring mine.
That's
Got to have the
awesome.
yellow T-shirt and the tie. So
You should frame the outfit.
yeah,
I feel like that's a good
it is a unique University of Florida tradition.
You have a favorite spot on campus that you like to visit?
There is a wonderful gardens near the health center. I think they're called the Wilmot Gardens. And when I was teaching last year, it would be my noon walk. I'd walk down there and walk through the gardens.
Oh,
That's kind of like a place I didn't even know about before.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the other places are really obvious. Lake Alice, the Century Tower, and it's the Dasburg House and those kind of things. Are,
Powell House.
yeah, it's
Yes.
great. Every part of every day is different in the calendar. There's almost no day is the same as the previous day. So it's not like I have, classes on Mondays or Wednesday or as president. And there's a person who works full time managing the calendar of the president. This is the way it is at most large research universities. So that gives you a sense of how complex it is, because that's all they do is just managing the calendar. And when I get out of Tiger Hall, I always like that. Sitting and having meetings is not as much fun as getting out and meeting people where they are for an event. So I just had a meeting a lunch over at the Harn Art Museum, and we were talking about plans to enhance the art museum. Things of that nature are really good. Since every day is different, there's not like one simple thing. Let's go over here. We'll go through campus.
Yeah, I mean, even in this tour, I think just seeing all the different parts of campus,
Yeah.
we sometimes take it for granted and
Right.
like don't realize how big and how many different beautiful aspects
Right.
there are to our campus, to our university life.
Yeah.
So it's really special, like going through and highlighting all of these things.
If you could go back and give like your college self advice, what would it be?
Mm-hmm. You have to combine two things, I believe, as a student, and they're challenging. One is indeed make sure that the main thing are your studies and your classes, but combined with that is the experience of being a college student.
Yeah.
And for almost everyone, their life, the period of their life in which they change the most as an individual, as a person, develop the most, is their college years, their years in college. And that's why most of us, that happened to us, and therefore we wanted to work in that kind of environment where people's lives are literally changed by learning and living and the experiences that they have. So the second piece of advice is just embrace those experiences. Be careful because there's so many of them. You could just do nothing except go to events and participate in organizations. So pick the best ones. And every student has a different set of circumstances. Some have to work and earn money. Others can have interest in almost anything you can imagine. That opportunity's here.
To your office. So throughout the entire experience, I think it was so clear to see your passion for the university, your love, so many different areas on campus, reminding you of so many different memories. If you had to describe, this was a really hard question, so fair warning. If you had to describe your experience as being president of our university in one word.
Wow. One word.
I know.
Maybe
I
it's
told you.
awful.
Okay, in like 5 words. What would be those 5 words?
I think it would be my intention, and so that when my wife decided to come here, and that is that we would embrace the Gator Nation, and I feel that for 10 years we've done that, and what that means is just loving the place, but intentionally, and becoming a part of it, and becoming a part of the history, becoming a part of the lives of the people that are here, students and alumni, faculty, staff. But embracing the Gator Nation is, I think, would describe best our experience here, and loving it, and just having a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is love. I know we touched on this a little bit in the car, but in a more formal setting, do you have any advice for any of our listeners?
Oh boy. We give so much advice to people, particularly starting students or graduating students. But I think it's just two things. One is enjoy your experience.
Right.
And because being a student is not easy. It's hard. It really is hard. But enjoy it, but yet work hard. Maximize. You hear this from people my age all the time, but it will seem like 4 years is a long time or longer, but it'll go fast, and it'll be just like a second, and you're done and you're gone, and you'll miss being here. So work hard, but enjoy the place. Yeah.
Yeah, now that we're approaching kind of the end of your tenure, you've made incredible impacts all across our campus. But is there any project specifically that you're really proud of that you love to walk around campus and say, yeah, I made this impact?
Well, certainly in 10 years, you see facilities that have changed, new buildings, new landscaping. But I think the most important part of my 10 years that I'm most proud of is the fact that the aspirations, the hopes of the people of the university have actually increased. They've risen. The feeling that we can accomplish even more has grown. And a very simple way of describing it is, at one point in the history of this university, we were proud of being, quote, the best university in the state of Florida. Well, now our aspirations are to be the best in the nation, and knowing that, boy, we can achieve that. It's hard to compare one university to another, but I'm really just proud of everyone and how this place is stronger than it was the year before or the year before that. And so it's a university that has aspirations, the people of the university that are higher than they were 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So, kind of speaking of all that you've given back to this community, Gainesville, the University of Florida, what kind of drives you to continue doing that work since you've been here for, as a faculty member all the way to the university president?
Yeah, it's you do even if you're a student, but no matter what you do, you want to pour your life into what you're doing and give it all your energy and your time. And what motivates, I think, most people that work at a university is not the pay, is not some tangible benefit you get. It's the fact of it's two things. One is the fact that students are here and they come in different and better people when they graduate, when they leave. And then secondly, it is the fact that this is an entity that you're working in that's not going to disappear. We're not going to get sold, spun off, split up. 100 years from now, there'll still be University of Florida. There'll still be students here and faculty. 200 years from now, there'll still be University of Florida. So we're kind of a part of that. And being a part of something that you know is going to endure is very special. But then there's all the other things that a university does. There's, people's lives are being saved in UF Health. There's just new knowledge being created in the humanities and social sciences and the arts and new discoveries and engineering and agriculture. So there's the work of research and scholarship in addition to education, and then there's the work in the clinical setting or maybe extension or outreach that is just making the place better. And that's just amazing. There's no company, there's no entity quite like that. Companies are great, we need companies, but working at a university, particularly the University of Florida, there really is something unique and special. So,
It really is great to be a Florida Gator.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is.
Yes.
If I might ask another question,
Sure.
We went in our interview with Mr. Malakowski, basically said that the inertia, since institutions are so large and sometimes there's not there's the University of Florida, President Fox his administration has done such a good job meeting with alum. He said that you personally met him and when he gave you guys an idea, you guys actually implemented it and went through with a lot of different things like that. So that's what I was going to ask about.
Yes.
Is that a good question?
I do think the university works intentionally to be, maybe you describe it as being agile.
Yes.
And being willing to, as I described it earlier, as being stronger, better. We're not, satisfied with who we are today. And I do think the area of artificial intelligence is a great area. It was something that he and Provost Joe Glover and others, the Dean of Engineering and others at the time, just decided that this would be a focus. And indeed, the whole university embraced it. Mr. Malakowski helped us get one of NVIDIA supercomputers, which made us #1 in the nation in higher ed with what we had in computing capabilities around AI. Then every college and department embraced it with a curriculum, so you can take AI courses now everywhere.
I'm doing it.
Raise
your hand.
And now, I turn on the news and that's all I hear about is AI. Okay, so it really, and this started 5 years ago. So that is and there'll be, I'm sure, new things in the future that I don't know about, that new leaders will embrace and the university will get better because of it.
I think to wrap up, it's so wonderful that we've had this time with you, and I truly appreciate it. And I can speak for our entire team in saying that. We just appreciate the love that you give to our university, the care and the effort and the intentionality behind that is so apparent and clear. So, as we know, within the next 2 months, we're getting a university president.
Yes.
And someone is going to come fill really big shoes. So, do you have words of advice to that person who's going to step in? Just any maybe just I know obviously we'll hear it in a more formal way. But do you have just a little piece of advice or a tip to be, the steward of this university taking care of it?
first off, obviously they'll have their own way of working and priorities. But I think I would give the same advice that Linda, my wife, and I talked about more than 10 years ago. And that is that if we do this, if they offer this, the position and we come, we want to just embrace it. And so I would encourage the next president to embrace the Gators, embrace the Gator Nation, embrace just the fact that we're so comprehensive and just wonderfully unique as this tapestry of all the things we do. So embrace the University of Florida and enjoy being here.
I love that.
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
And as always,
Yeah.
go Gators.
Go Gators.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Appreciate you all coming over.